putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
And if you think this crowd is big, you should see right now what's outside. Congratulations. Hello, Pensacola. What a place. Right here on the Emerald Coast, right? The Emerald Coast. In the great state of Florida, where we had a tremendous victory, didn't we? Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's a Kevin Jackson Show. That, of course, is President Donald Trump. Not businessman Donald Trump, not billionaire Donald Trump, not celebrity apprentice Donald Trump, but President Donald Trump. And he's speaking in Pensacola, Florida, and he makes no bones about it. There's more people outside than inside. You are lucky to be in here. I love it. He's not letting up. Yeah. Where it all happened, the state that did it, the state they didn't think I could win, you brought it to me, folks. And I'm glad to be here with you. I love these rallies. I said earlier in the broadcast, do you think Barack Obama could have standing room only, people outside waiting to get in if he called a rally together? Anybody? Anybody? Leftists. I'd love for you to call in and argue that Donald Trump is not more popular than Barack Obama. Not just here, but abroad. Now, I want you to think about that for just a second. Let me give you the number to call in if you do, 844-551-8255. And for those of you who want to remember this broadcast ad infinitum until you decide you want to go away, you can download it at kjradio.com. I want to we're going to play the rest of the clip of some of the president's discussion because he let us in on some things that have happened on his watch that people aren't aware of. But I want to go and delve a little bit deeper into why these rallies are so important. The left told us they weren't because the left knows that they actually are. They couldn't get people to come to their rallies. Hillary Clinton couldn't scare enough people to come to her rallies. So they had to tell us they're not that important. That doesn't mean Donald Trump's going to win the election, and it did mean that he's going to win the election. But what these rallies are, they're pep rallies. They're reminders of what's going on in the world, and Donald Trump is saying to you, no matter what they tell you, let me tell you, folks, we are doing great. They're like little State of the Unions. But he's not waiting for the one for Congress where we get to see the John Lewises of the world sit there with their hands folded and the left side of the aisle is just sitting there like, oh, ain't nothing happening. So what? The stock market is making everybody rich. You know, we're fighting for the middle class. Well, while these morons are lying about fighting for the middle class, Donald Trump is actually making the middle class rich. He's getting them better jobs, job mobility. He's taking their stock portfolios and taking them through the roof. He's doing all the things to make people go, whoa, what's going on here? There was a lady, a black chick, and she was mad at Trump. This is, I don't know, a few months back, and she was like, you know, you're going in here talking about opportunity. Where are the jobs? And she's yelling in the camera, and I'm saying, boy, I wonder if this woman is actually looking at now. What would she say now if she had to remake this video? Record low unemployment, jobs coming back in droves. But back to Pensacola, Donald Trump, I don't know who schedules these things, but he goes there. He talks about manufacturing jobs, 40,000 new manufacturing jobs. He talks about opportunities, businesses coming in. And Barack Obama had the nerve to say it's his economy. We've already gone through the clips on that. But I can't believe this. How could you even possibly say this? There were CEOs of companies. Dow Chemical, point blank, said, I would not have made the moves I'm making in America if it were not for the election of Donald Trump. The owner of SoftBank, said, I would not have made a $50 billion investment in the United States and promised to bring 50,000 new jobs here if it had not been for this man getting elected. We already know Ford was moving. We know GM was moving, and they aren't anymore. We know Carrier was gone. It's still here. I'm not going to take you through all of the stuff, folks, because it's frankly too long to mention. When's the last time we've had that kind of manufacturing job growth? Decades. Decades. Barack Obama said those jobs would not come back. Get used to it. Understand this. New paradigm. America, not the place for manufacturing. And Trump's going, are you kidding? We're innovative to a fault. I love these rallies. Let's hear the rest of what he said.
We are joined by many, many people in the military and great American patriots. Thank you very much. Well, you remember the campaign. I said, let me begin by wishing each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas, right? And I can think of no better Christmas present for the American people than giving you a massive tax cut. That's what's happening. And your Senate and your House, hopefully, very shortly, will have those approvals. Those hands will go up, and you're going to be paying a lot less tax. So congratulations. I hope. They got to vote, and I think they will. I can't wait to sign that tax cut. Great for so many, but great for the middle class. We're going to put it into law. We're going to cap off an incredible first year in office. There's been no first year like this, or at least just about no. I think the answer is no, but I have to be very accurate because of the fake news back then. In our campaign for the presidency, we defied the pundits, the politicians, and the special interests because ours was a movement of the people, and it really was. It was a movement of you. It was a movement of the people. It was a movement to make America great again. And it's happening. That's happening. And by the way, how are your 401ks doing? Not too bad, right? Over the weekend, I was in New York City, and I love to say hello to our folks in uniform, whether it's the military, whether it's law enforcement. And we had people backstage, and I always want to take my time. And a man comes up. He was a police officer in New York City. First time anyone said this to me, he said, Mr. President, I want to thank you. My family thinks I'm a financial genius. My 401k is up 39% in 9 months.
There you go. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It sounds like a bit of a broken record, but you know, you look at the accomplishments of this administration, particularly in comparison to Obama, and you get a real feel for things. Let me just go ahead and tell you what to expect. Barack Obama comes out and he says we had a longer period of job growth or whatever he wants to talk about. No, he didn't. It's a lie. He had a longer period of people who stopped looking for jobs. That's what he had. You're going to witness real job growth, and you're going to watch Tiger Woods type longevity in terms of just blowing Barack Obama's fake numbers out of the water. That's what you're about to see. Donald Trump, 2 quarters in a row, has the GDP over 3. Barack Obama never did it. 2 quarters in a row. And let me tell you what's about to happen. You're going to see a 3rd quarter in a row of the GDP being over 3. Then you're going to see the GDP approaching 4 or 5, just like Trump said. We have a clip of him talking about this where he says, yeah, I think, this GDP can go 4, 5. He goes, I don't want to say much more than that because then the media is going to, come down on me if we don't hit it. Because what he's saying is if it got to 5 and I tell you it could have got to 6, they're going to go, he told you it could get to 6. Despite the fact that Barack Obama can't even get to 3. That's what he was saying. But you know why he said it? He goes, we'll get the 4, we'll get the 5. He knows we'll get to 4 or 5. He's not making conjecture. He knows it. Because he knows how the economy works. You don't have to be Nostradamus, folks, to look at some of these moves, some of the things that have happened that the media writes off. They don't want to talk about it. But you can, if you're astute, you're paying attention, you're watching this stuff, you're watching something masterful happen. You made this happen.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.